See of someone physically now wearing earbuds or headset and listening to our voices, literally putting the voice into their head. You know, when I used to do terrestrial radio and people would listen to it in their cars or
it was amazing. We have these things called televisions, and they literally would put the images into your eyeballs.
labeled star. Most of America wouldn't argue with you.
That's very sweet. Okay. Anyway, we co-star in this movie, but of course, Adam Carolla is the most downloaded podcast. Is
Guinness
that correct?
Book of World Records. Yeah.
World still in the Guinness Book for good reason.
It is a literal
I hear
safe
your
space.
voice. My stepson is one of your billions of fans. No, not billions, hundreds of millions. And so I hear you a lot. I come home, I hear you. We all love you with the Prager family. Adam Carolla is one of the great, if not the greatest. Do you like the term comedian?
Yeah, I'm fine with it. You know, we always talk about this on and off the air, probably. People say, what do you like? You like podcasting, you like stand-up, you like writing books, you like making movies. And I say, I like putting my ideas into your head. See, of someone physically now wearing earbuds or headset and listening to our voices, literally putting the voice into their head. You know, when I used to do terrestrial radio and people would listen to it in their cars or
it was amazing. We have these things called televisions, and they literally would put the images into your eyeballs, and then the radio came along, and the sound would move from my hole in my mouth, and it would leave my hole, and it would go across the world and through the interwebs into your brain cavity. It's happening in real time.
or on their nightstand or wherever the radio was, it was being projected via speaker. But now in this modern era where you're putting the buds in your ears, there's literally no space between your voice and their brain.
Right. That's fascinating.
Yeah, wow.
That's true. So, by the way, during this quarantine, we have been watching some movies, and we watched another one. I've watched 3 of your films. The car film. What is the name of that?
Well, I have 3.
Ouch. Couldn't even learn the names of his movies. I watched a couple of your motion pictures. There's the one about the ham. There's the ham one. There's the one with the Mexican fella. There's that one, and then what's the last one you got? You got one about a cigar. I think a cigar film or something of that nature.
3 films on.
No, there's one I haven't seen.
Well, I'll just shoot them down here, shoot them out. On Netflix, we have. We have the Paul Newman racing doc.
Right,
It's a movie
that's
it's
one.
about Paul Newman.
It was great.
There's the 24-Hour War, which is the story of Le Mans, the 24 Hours of Le Mans, Ford v. Ferrari.
Okay, that I didn't see.
That one's a good one. There's
Right.
Carroll Shelby. The thing that I think you would find interesting about the Carroll Shelby story, legendary racer, won Le Mans, made the Cobra, came back with Ford. If you see Ford v. Ferrari, Matt Damon is Carroll Shelby. Think about this concept. Carroll Shelby started his first shop in like 1965, Venice Beach, California. Carroll Shelby is from Texas. He hails from Texas. He came to Los Angeles to have the freedom to do his thing. Can you imagine a time where you start in Texas? I mean, he's a Texan.
Right. And go to California
and
for
he
freedom.
wanted to go to Venice Beach, California, so he could do his own thing, so he could open a shop and build cars. Could you imagine going to Venice Beach, California, and attempting to open a shop to build cars, where you have to paint the cars and all the transmission fluids and oils and all? Could you imagine how difficult that would be today?
Yes. I don't have to imagine. So that is...
Wait. Yes, I don't have to imagine. Implying that I've done that. But anyways, on to our next thoughts. Okay.
Look, young people today, not even young, I would say even under 40, do not know what America was like when it was truly free.
Oh.
I have I have even I have it's an early memory but I remember it, and there.
Please. Oh, is he going to say 1950s, 1960s? What era are we going in? When was America truly free for the heights?
There was a lightness. That's what it is. There was a lightness to American life.
Is that a new dog whistle? Did we just discover a new dog whistle? I think we have a new one.
Today it is heavy.
Yeah, I had put a tweet out, I think about a day ago, that's gotten, I don't know, 1.4 million looks on it. It was a tweet. It said, somebody's told me Gavin Newsom says California won't get back to normal until we find a vaccine. And I wrote, California hasn't been normal in 20 years.
That's right.
And it's more than 20. But I mean, it was relatively normal 20 years ago. It is not. This notion of we're going to get back to what?
That's right, to control. More of your movies.
Man, am I reading too much into this? A lightness to control? I don't know. Maybe it's just me.
The 24-Hour War, the Newman doc, Carroll Shelby American is what it's called. Uppity, first black race driver at
That's my next one.
Indianapolis.
Yeah, that's my next one.
That one is people are giving some nice notices for that one. I made a movie called The Hammer. It's about a boxer, and I made a movie called Road Hard.
That's
about
what we
a stand-up
just saw,
comedian.
Road Hard. Why do you make movies like The Hammer and Road Hard in which you're somewhat of a loser?
It's easier to be likable, and it's easier to be funny, I think, if you're coming from that world.
Oh, interesting.
And I do see when I look at opens for Air Supply.
Howie is the who. Maybe you are the who. Last time I pitched you at a network, they said, who?
Hey, there he is, my man. You come to work on the Jack Taylor show.
Co-host?
Audience warm-up guy.
You want me to be your fluffer, Jack? I'd rather kill myself. Who wants Jelly Belly? Well, you're the contest winner.
I'm actually
Is this the winner?
That's her.
How long you been living in my house? 3.5 years?
41 months.
Is that less than 3.5 years?
It's more. It's less.
No, he's certified. He's a working.
He's certified.
He's a
you give your
working.
doctor $50 and he certified him.
Baby doll, Howie is dying to work with you.
Howie, I'm just not in the headspace to do this.
You don't have to dance for these clowns, but you're gonna have to dance for me.
If you're miserable on the road, why do you keep going out there?
I think it's just all I know. What do we got going here? Oh, hearing impaired. This guy's not cracked a smile the whole night. Why isn't he laughing?
I can't make you funny.
I have anxiety about flying with dogs. I get a service pelican. Hey, I want you to meet Gilligan, my service pelican. Can we switch seats?
I'm good.
Wow. I think the best part about this whole trailer is how many times it seems like the actors learnt their lines while they were sitting there.
Co-host?
Audience warm-up guy.
What me?
Like, did he forget his line there, or what's going on?
To work on the Jack Taylor show.
Co-host?
Audience warm-up guy.
What me?
Warm-up guy. I wanted to give this 1/3 of a quarter of a star, but it doesn't let you move it below half a star. This one makes Repo Man look like Shakespeare in contrast. I contributed money to the making of this turd from Satan's own flaming cheeks. I'm embarrassed and ashamed, and I apologize from which to all of humanity. These idiots, Adam Carolla, Kevin Hench, mailed this turn in. They didn't even have the basic courtesy to scotch tape the envelope shut. Unfunny, fairly predictable movie that managed to hit most of the cliches in a rom-com.
To the Houston Food Bank. But I'm still traveling for selfish reasons because I'm going to get a haircut and a steak when I go to Houston. I may even do it at the same time. I'm that committed.
That's an image. I think you should, by the way, and put it up on your website.
I'm definitely looking.
Of you having a steak and getting a haircut at the same time.
I cannot wait.
That is such a great point. Well, when we get back, we're going to talk about the lockdown and so on. And,
To our monarch, Thomas Bone, you are the light that guides our path. To our lords, I'm Rab, Stephen, Ninetails Cosmic Fox, and Hans Josephine, we bow meekly for your pleasure. To our knights of the Round Table, Josh Mickelson, Dylan Bythe, Alexander Thaler, Zach Christensen, Todd Buckingham, Todd Lajeunesse, Clement Shutscott, Sky Bear Games, Moss Beast, Political Puppy, Alan R., Andreas Chitoro, Good Poon Hates Cops, That's Solid Poon Then, we salute you. And to all our merchants and farmers, you have our undying loyalty and love.